Imagine waking up one morning and finding out you are now the most powerful person in the world. Every leader, every government, every single person is waiting for your orders. 24 hours, that's all you have to change the world forever. What would you do? And wars feed the hungry, heal the planet? Today, we're diving into the story of one unforgettable day when one person had the power to shape the future of humanity in just a single sunrise to sunset. Before we jump in, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell, because the journey you're about to take is one you won't forget, and there's so much more coming your way. A morning like no other. I never imagined that a normal morning could turn into the most extraordinary day of my life. The first light of dawn slipped quietly through tall golden curtains, painting the room with a warm glow. I opened my eyes slowly, expecting to see the familiar walls of my own bedroom. Instead, I found myself lying in a bed so soft it felt as though I was floating on clouds. On the bedside table lay a single note, written in bold, clear letters. You have been chosen. For the next 24 hours, you are the most powerful person in the world. My first reaction was disbelief. Surely, this was a dream or some elaborate joke. But then, my phone began to ring again and again. When I answered, I heard voices from every corner of the globe: presidents, prime ministers, and leaders of powerful organizations speaking with respect and urgency. My face was already on every news channel, and people everywhere were waiting for my first orders. That was the moment I understood it was real. I had the power, and the world was looking to me. The weight of responsibility. Power is often imagined as thrilling, but in that moment, it felt heavy. The knowledge that every decision I made would affect billions of lives pressed down on me like a great weight. I knew I couldn't waste even a single hour. I had only until midnight to make choices that could leave a lasting mark on humanity. My heart was racing, but my mind was clear. I decided my day would be dedicated to actions that could bring both immediate relief and long-term hope. I would aim to stop violence, feed the hungry, heal the planet, open the doors of education, provide healthcare for everyone, and inspire kindness that would last far beyond my one day of power. Bringing peace to the world, my first mission was to end the wars that had taken too many lives for too many years. Across the globe, there were countries locked in bitter conflict. Families were torn apart, children had grown up knowing nothing but fear, and cities had been reduced to rubble. I picked up the phone and called the leaders of each side in every active war zone. My voice carried an authority no one could question. I told them the fighting would stop immediately, and that from this moment forward, disputes would be settled through peaceful talks, not violence. By mid-morning, the impossible had happened. News channels displayed the headline "Global Ceasefire Declared." Soldiers lowered their weapons and embraced their loved ones. People who had not dared to step outside for months walked freely under the open sky. Streets once filled with the sound of gunfire now echoed with laughter and relief. I could feel the world breathing again, healing the earth. The next task was to address a problem that threatened every living creature: the health of our planet. Climate change, pollution, and deforestation were slowly destroying the world we depend on. I announced a worldwide ban on unnecessary plastic production and demanded an immediate shift toward renewable energy sources. Solar panels, wind farms, and other clean technologies would replace fossil fuels. I also launched the largest reforestation program in history, with a promise to plant billions of trees in the coming years. Environmental experts told me it would take decades for the Earth to fully recover, but that was no reason to delay. Today was the first real step toward a cleaner, greener future. For the first time in a long while, the conversation around the planet's future was filled with optimism rather than despair. Opening the doors to education, by afternoon, I turned my focus to education. I have always believed that knowledge is the foundation of progress, and yet millions of children around the world are denied even the most basic schooling. I called the leaders of the largest technology companies and secured free internet access for every student, no matter where they lived. I partnered with the world's top universities to make all their courses available online, translated into every major language. In a single afternoon, I broke the barriers that had kept so many from learning. A child in a small African village could now study science from the same professors who taught in New York or London. A young girl in a rural town could learn to code, become a doctor, or understand the stars above her all without leaving home. Education was no longer a privilege for the few, it was a right for everyone. Healthcare for everyone. Healthcare was another urgent need. Around the world, countless people suffered or died because they could not afford treatment. I decided that for the next 24 hours, every hospital and clinic would treat patients free of charge. It did not matter who they were, where they came from, or how much money they had. Ambulances rushed through cities and villages, bringing in people who had long been denied care. Surgeons performed life-saving operations without worrying about costs. Children received medicines their parents could never afford. Even though this free healthcare would last only for a day, I knew it would save countless lives. A message of kindness. As evening approached, I realized that laws and resources could only do so much. I decided to speak directly to the people of the world. Every television channel, radio station, and social media platform broadcast my live address. I told them, be kind to each other, help those in need. Today has shown that we are stronger when we stand together. Let us not wait for miracles to choose kindness. The impact was immediate. People helped strangers carry heavy bags. Communities came together to clean streets, plant trees, and care for the elderly. For one beautiful evening, the world felt like one large family. A world united. Later that night, I stood on the balcony of the grand residence I had been given for the day. Below me, a sea of people filled the streets. They were not protesting, not fighting, but celebrating. I saw every color, every culture, and every language gathered in harmony. The air was filled with music, laughter, and the gentle hum of hope. In that moment, I understood something important. While my title had given me the power to command, the real power belonged to the people. And just like that, the 24 hours were over. The power was gone, but the changes remained proof that even the biggest transformations can begin in the smallest moments. It wasn't the title that mattered, but the inspiration to act, the belief that kindness and unity can truly change the world. You don't need to rule the world to make it better, you just need to start right where you are. If you enjoyed this journey, get ready for our next story. Trust me, you won't want to miss it, so stick around, because the next adventure starts right after this.